Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala rasulihil kareem. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. A friend of mine from Edmonton, he sent me a question the other day and he asked me about the validity of lavish iftar in our society. And he further explained the question. He said there are a lot of people around us in the world, Muslim, non-Muslim alike. They have no water to drink, potable water to drink. They have no proper food to eat. They are living below poverty line. And this is, you can find such people even within our society, within our city, within our neighborhood. And we are throwing lavish iftar in the month of Ramadan. What is the validity? So my response to this brother was that if we have such situations where people are suffering and people have no food or no water to drink to make both ends meet, and they're living below poverty line, then we have no reason, we have no moral ground to throw lavish iftar either at home or in our masajid. Period. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, there is a hadith of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam that when he would break his fast, he would break his fast with 3 dates, fresh dates. If those fresh dates are not available, then he would take 3 dry dates. If these 3 dates are not even available, it means it happened. Then he would break fast with fresh water, which is natural and clean. This is what it is. So now we see around us and just see what is happening even in Gaza only right now. Focus for that one for a moment. Yesterday, children, they were standing in the month of Ramadan during the daytime waiting for food, to get a bowl of food or some soup or some barley or some rice, hundreds, and they got killed. They got shaheed. They went to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, I think about myself. What is my duty at this time? There is another hadith of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, all Muslims are just like one body. That if one part of a body hurts, the whole body hurts. If I'm not feeling this way, then I should check my iman, whether my iman is intact or not. That now the masajid, in my local masjid, the iftar cost is around 5,500 USD dollar. My local masjid in Toronto, iftar cost around $2,000 to $3,000. Some of the masajid, they have more. Some of the masajid, they have less. But average is around the same money, 3,000 to 4,000 USD dollar or Canadian dollar. Now we are spending this money for what? Our masajid should have announced and they should have decided this year we are not going to have any iftar in our masajid, rather than we would collect this money and we would send to our brothers and sisters and children in Gaza for their food, for their living, so for their medical needs. This is what we should have decided. But unfortunately, it's not. We should have asked, like a lot of politicians, they come to our masajid, they throw a flour for us, a plate of biryani for us. Okay, just vote us at the end of the day and here is the biryani for you. This is what is happening, just here around you. Now ask them, say this year, we are not having any iftar, rather we are collecting money from those people who are arranging iftar, and we will send this money to our brothers and sisters in Palestine, in Gaza. You would see that I believe that hardly anyone would agree to give you money for that cause. They won't. I'm talking about the politician. Muslims might agree. So we are hypocrite. We are living in a hypocritical society where we have no pain for others. We just want our power. We just want people to say, you are the big one, for our pomp show and everything. Khalifa Abdul Malik bin Marwan, once he invited a Baddu on his table, and it was a dinner time or lunchtime, and he asked that Bedouin people, tell me about Abdul Malik bin Marwan. Baddu said that Abdul Malik is dead long ago. He said, no, I'm Abdul Malik bin Marwan. He said, no, the day when Abdul Malik got his cousin killed, the same day he died. So now I ask myself whether I'm alive or I'm dead. I'm talking about morally. Our brothers, sisters, and children are dying. I don't raise my eyebrow. So where I'm standing. There was a Tabi. His name was Hazrat Rabi bin Hasim, and he was a student of Abdullah bin Masud radiallahu anhu. And once his 2 friends, when he was old, fragile, his 2 friends, Hazrat Halal rahmatullah alayhi and Manzar rahmatullah alayhi, they went to see him. And his wife made something sweet upon his request because he wanted it for a long time. So when his son brought that sweet, at the same time a beggar knocked at the door. So he called beggar inside. Beggar was drooling. He was lunatic. His clothes were torn. He was not in his senses. He asked his son to put that tray of sweet in front of him. Son was reluctant, but he asked him to do. And the beggar completely wiped out the plate. He didn't leave even a single morsel. Son said, Daddy, Mom made upon your request with love and all that thing, and you just give it to this beggar who even himself did not know where he is and what he is eating? He said, yes, he does not know, but his Rabb knows what we are doing, what our intentions are. And then he read the words from Quran, لَن تَنَالُوا الْبِرَّ حَتَّى تُنْفِقُوا مِمَّا تُحِبُّونَ, that give the most dearest and pleasing thing for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is what we have to do it. Otherwise our iman is not intact. So now I have to see where I'm standing, whether I want to spend money for my pomp show, for my name and fame, or what. So at this time, suppose if one must give iftar party to masjid, either he should give all this money for the Palestinian cause, or he say, okay, I'm giving the same amount of money for the Palestinian cause. Then we can say, okay, yes, his reason for throwing a lavish iftar party is valid, otherwise not. Our children, our brothers, sisters, they are dying on daily basis with hunger, and here we are standing enjoying lavish meal. If we are not feeling the pain, if we are not feeling the suffering, if we are not feeling the hunger and thirst of our brothers, sisters and children, then we are dead. Yes, we are dead. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. The fatwa, do not ask fatwa from any mufti whether the iftar is valid or not. You are mufti of yourself. Give fatwa to yourself what we should do at this time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.